everyone, John Chow here from johnchow.com, and welcome to Driving with John Chow. This episode is being filmed at 1080p at 60 frames per second. I'm still testing out my GoPro, different resolution, different frame rate, just to see how it performs, to find that magic sweet spot that will give me the best quality and everything else. I've also made some adjustment to the mount that I use to mount the GoPro on the windshield of this Mercedes. I've shortened it, try to make it well, it's a lot shorter now, and the reason for doing that is I'm trying to stop the shakiness. Before when I had the bar, the mount bar at its full length, it's kind of bouncy. So by making it shorter, I think it's gonna work. It's definitely much sturdy and stuck onto the windshield really nice, and no bounce, no shake. So looks a lot smoother now. So excellent. Anyway, I want to follow up on my my driving episode from yesterday about experience and spending money on experience versus spending money on toys. And I want to show you how you can profit from that. You see, it's a proven fact that people will pay and pay more for experience. Take, for example, Apple. Apple hardware are generally always way more expensive than the competing PC hardware or the competing phone. You know, Apple iPhones are expensive compared to a Google phone. Apple iMacs are way more expensive compared to a PC. Now, if you look at why is that, other than the fact that Apple probably just looks better, but you know, the competition is making some pretty good looking phones now. I've seen some really nice looking iPhone looking like phones that are like half the price or even way less than what Apple charges, but yet Apple is still able to command their premium pricing. Why is that? The reason is because Apple concentrates on the experience, the user experience. When you open up an Apple product, you know, everything is choreographed from the moment you open a box, the way it's presented to you. It's an experience. When you go into an Apple store, it's the same thing. The user experience is much higher. And some people can't wrap their head around why would you spend so much money on an Apple product or a Mercedes versus a non-Mercedes. Why would you spend so much money for it? It boils down to experience, the user experience. People will pay a lot more for an experience. Like, why, when I give Sally the choice of going on a Carnival cruise for only like $3,500, or versus going on a Disney cruise and spend over 20 grand, Sally immediately went for the Disney. Why? Because she remembered her experience at Walt Disney World and Disneyland. That counts for a tremendous amount. Now, how do you profit from that? Well, it's simple. When you're making products, always think about what kind of experience you are providing for your user. Because if you can increase the experience, you can increase the price. For example, my ebook is free. And it's free because it's just an ebook. You know, you're reading an ebook. Not much different than the hundreds of thousands of ebooks out there. But if you want to come and be a mastermind with me, it's going to cost you $9,000 to $30,000. Now, the stuff I'm going to teach there isn't necessarily going to be anything earth-shaking that you won't find from my books that are on Amazon or my ebooks or just even reading my blog. But the thing is, people wouldn't pay the extra money for the experience. People pay for experience. So when you're making products, think about how can I create a user experience that people will derive value from and they'll pay for. And a lot of the time, you'll find out the product, if you already have a product like in one format, all you gotta do is change it to another format and it becomes a totally different experience. Like, for example, an ebook is free. You give it away to get an email address. But you take that ebook and you turn it into a published book and put it on Amazon, suddenly it's worth $10 to $20. Why? Different experience. People are physically holding a book. Take this book, take the content of the book, turn it into a series of videos and sell it on ClickBank. Suddenly, you can charge up to $47 to $297 for it. Same information, but again, different user experience. People are willing to pay for a better experience. Take that video, take all the content of the video, turn it into a weekend retreat mastermind where people can come and learn the stuff face to face with you. Now it's worth anywhere from $1,000 and up. And again, the information isn't necessarily different or new, but the user experience is different. It's a much more involving and much more greater user experience, and people are willing to pay for that. So if you look at my product, if you look at ranging from free, you see, to the most expensive product, the main difference is the user experience. So how can you add high ticket, more expensive product? Think of the user experience. And if you don't have a product that can create a user experience, like let's just face it, creating a week-long mastermind is a big undertaking. It's a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of manpower, finding location, that kind of stuff. And personally, I don't do that myself. So what do? I license this stuff. This is where MOB and MTTB comes in. I don't want to do the mastermind myself. I let them take care of it, and I just refer the customer, let them sell it, and the user gets a fantastic experience. They talk about it for years and years down the road, and I make money without having to create the mastermind myself. So if you're on the same kind of boat I am, then look at it. Look at MTTB. If you're leading a high-end product that create a great user experience, MTTB MOB, license the product, fantastic way to do it. And if you have an ebook right now, consider changing the content into another medium. Like if it's an ebook right now, turn it into a real book on Amazon, then you can sell it. Or turn the book into a video course. Now you can sell it for more money, all because you've increased the user experience. So there you go, guys. John Chow from johnchow.com. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to my channel. I welcome your feedback. Let me know, you like this much more stable video better? Until next time, guys. I'll see you then.